You put your old school credentials on the table. You called Chuck Daly one of the best dressed head coaches of all time. I have to be honest with you. I'm going to be straight up. I'm very disappointed that NBA head coaches are dressing like they're going to the gym for practice. And, again, it's not my dry cleaning bill, and it's not my it's not my bill to go, shopping. But what's the deal? What happened? What happened to the suits, Coach?
It's funny. Well, I'm going to go on record saying I hope it never goes back. I know there are people like yourself. A lot of people say NBA head coaches look like they're, middle school gym teachers right now. But I love it. I love it. When you go on a 14-day, 7-game road trip, you're not packing 7 suits, shirts, ties, dress shoes, belts, coordinating all that. You're just packing a pair of really comfortable pants, shoes, and a quarter-zip pullover from Nike, and
that's it.
It all happened when we went to the bubble,
right?
And there were no fans, and the idea was, well, if there's no fans here, what the hell are we dressing up for? And it's the NBA coaches have overwhelmingly voted to continue to have this as long as the NBA is willing to allow it, because I think you're out there, you're coaching, you're sweating, and it's a lot easier to do your job comfortably, as opposed to looking like a Pat Riley or Chuck Daly dressed to the nines.
So is there anybody out there that's pushing for the suit to come back? Anybody?
There's definitely some coaches that are kind of, whether it's old school mentality, that they like the fact that we're dressing up and we're not a gym teacher and you're putting your suit and tie on, you're looking the part.
Right.
But let's be honest.
Yeah.
You had a Chuck Daly, but then you also had guys like Don Nelson wearing the fish tie in Milwaukee. So, even back in the day, you had some coaches that took I'm going to dress and I'm going to take pride in my dressing.
Right.
And you had other coaches saying, listen, I'll put a jacket and a tie on, but I'm not worried about how it looks. I'm worried about coaching my team. And I think that's what a lot of coaches now feel is, hey, I'm not a banker. I'm not a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a coach. Let me go out there and be comfortable. Hey, Major League Baseball, they wear the uniform.
I know, right? I know.
Maybe we should wear the uniform.
Yeah, just like a Jackie Moon movie or something. You just show up in your shorts, But again, I'm fascinated by this, and then I'll let you go. I promise you. So, because if a head coach just showed up, okay, let's just say later on this year, Quinn Snyder just shows up in a full suit and tie because we think he's the guy that really is desperate to get the suits back on, to be very honest with you, Coach. Like, would this be a problem if another head coach just showed up in a suit and didn't tell anybody and just started wearing it? Would that be an issue, do you think?
It would not be an issue for me, and I actually have a story about that.
Yes.
I think it was the end of last season, and we were getting ready to play Portland, and Terry Stotts, who was their head coach at the time, have a great relationship with Terry, great coach. He should be back in the NBA. But he sends me a text and says, hey, listen, for our game, we're going to wear suits and ties. Are you okay with that? And I said, hey, Terry, knock yourself out. I said, I'm not wearing a suit and tie. But if you guys want to wear a suit and tie and impress your home fans, have at it.
Okay.
And they did. They all came out with suits and ties on, and they looked great, but we were over there looking really comfortable.
So he gave you the professional courtesy at least, right? Like he didn't want to show you up.
He did.
Okay.
He didn't surprise us. He gave us a courtesy. I actually think he was hoping that we'd wear it, but we had already left Denver on a 3-game road trip, and I said we didn't pack any suits, and even if we had time, we wouldn't pack suits anyway.
I am fascinated by this. All right, so last one for you. What would it mean to bring the Larry O'Brien Trophy to Denver? What would that mean for you?
That would mean so much. You talked about Stan Kroenke earlier in the show, and I've gotten to know Stan and Josh. Terrific ownership group. Very fortunate that they continue to believe in me. But they've won a Stanley Cup, they've won an NFL, and they love basketball. So first and foremost, I mean this. It would mean a lot to the Kroenke family because that's one thing that they're still trying to attain. It would mean a lot for our staff, our players, the organization, but more importantly, it would mean a lot to this city. I've been here 7 years. Our fans have been phenomenal, a big part of our ascension in the Western Conference. So to bring home a world championship to this city, to our fans, would be an honor and a privilege, and I think we'd all be very, very proud to be a part of that. So that is what drives us every day, Rich. That is our goal, and hopefully in the next few years, we're able to make that goal a reality.
Well, thanks for the time, Coach. This has been a blast. I hope it's the first of many other times that you come on. Send my best to your dad. I'm, again, a diehard Knick fan from those days. Anthony Mason's another name that I loved in terms of putting people on their ass. We had Oakley here the other day. He's selling a book, and those are my days, man. Those were my times, and I loved them. So thank your dad, although the bad boy stuff really pissed me off. It's all good. It's all good.
I'll let him know that the Knick days were okay, not so much for Detroit. And, Rich, it was really good to be on with you.
Thank you.
I look forward to doing it again. And anytime I can talk to somebody from Staten Island, it's a good day.
Yes, that's right. I'm from the Rock. That's where I'm from. That's where I'm from. Thanks for the call. Really appreciate it, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. That's Michael Malone, Coach Michael Malone of the Denver Nuggets. What a pleasure.
That was great.
What a pleasure.
Never going back to the suits.
I told you. I tried to tell you guys that.
Never going
I told
back.
you guys that for 2 years.
He was the one.
He also didn't deny Quinn Snyder's the guy. Quinn Snyder's the guy.
Steve Nash, Quinn Snyder.
Do you think Nash wants to put on a suit?
Spolstra for sure.
Nobody wants to wear a tie when you have some comfortable sweats on.
Who absolutely doesn't want to put the suits back on? Thibodeau. No doubt.
By the way,
like he seems like one of those guys who would show up in boxers if he could.
Exactly. Just piecing together sport
Take his shirt
jackets
off.
and random pants.
But wouldn't it be funny if he was the one that did want the suit? Like,
no way. No way he wants a
Absolutely
suit.
not. Tibbs does not want the suit.
Who wants a suit too?
have we made a list of who wants the suit and who doesn't want the
Kerr
suit?
want a suit? Kerr doesn't want a suit, right?
No.
Nah.
It's the guys who want to show off the $4,000 suit.
Yes. Quinn Snyder's that guy. I peg him.
Quinn for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, Spolstra.
Nash thinks Spolstra does?
Steve Nash. He's in Miami.
Well, I know he's a Pat Riley guy.
In the
Do you think
box.
Pat ever calls him over? Come on.
Just put the suit on.
Did you see Armani?
I don't
Put the
think
suit
Nash
back on.
wants the suit, Chris. You ever see Nash
You
as a
don't?
former players seem like with Kerr, they seem to be in the comfort. I never saw Steve Nash wear a
is
suit.
like-
Does Doc
other
want a
than-
suit? Does Doc want a suit?
Other than
Doc
trash
doesn't
day.
want a suit. Doc
Nah,
doesn't want a suit.
Doc's
right?
not a suit.
Doc doesn't want a suit. Doc wants to be on the golf course.
Yeah, he golf attire.
He wants his Bel Air zip up. Is that what he wants? Fantastic. But they're not going back. They'll never go back. They'll never. You
No,
just
it's
heard
up
it.
to the coaches.
But I love that Terry Stotts gave him a little heads up. Hey,
He's
we
like,
want to
hey,
wear our
we're
suits. You
wearing
want to?
suits
And he's
tonight.
just like, yeah, no.
Go ahead.
We are not going shopping in Portland, in the mall in Portland, right? The big and tall store in Portland. Hey, we need 4 suits for tonight because we didn't pack them.
I mean, Brockman's wearing shorts
Why
today.
am I so fascinated by?
I know I'm wearing shorts.
Brockman's wearing
I can't
shorts.
tell.
You know he
You know
doesn't
what?
want a suit.
The Rich Eisen Show. We go deeper. We go
Lime green
deeper.
shorts
We go
on.
deeper into the story beyond the headlines. For instance, Derek Jeter steps down as the CEO of the Miami
big
Marlins.
story.
Everybody's talking about it. Jeets is gone. What's
Look
going on
deeper.
there? It's might be even about the larger picture of these negotiations going on between the Players Association and the owners about spending and all of this. And Jeter wanted to spend more, and he was told he wasn't going to spend more. And that's the whole story people are talking about. We talk about his parking space being coned off. That's how we handle the story.
Conegate.
And this is bigger than what people are not making it out to be.
We're not making it out.
Yes, it's bigger.
At Rich Eisen Show right now. Should
It's
NBA
bigger.
head coaches
It's
go
bigger.
back to wearing suits on the
Yes.
sidelines?
It's bigger.
Please
You
vote.
know?
Please vote.
That's the way we talk about things here. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.